Hey guys, me Natalie today, and today I'm gonna come with you with some tips for college freshmen, and it's basically some tips for upperclassmen as well because sometimes, although we know what to expect, we don't know as much as we think we know. But anyway, let's get started with the first tip. Class on time. That's my first tip to all of you. And I, my freshman year, I was early to each and every one of my classes throughout the whole academic year. I was probably late, but it was probably by 1 or 2 minutes on days where I just couldn't handle myself. Yes. But other than that, I was in class all the time. It's just best to get early. It's best to get to class early because first of all, you get one of the best seats in class. Although I don't know if many other colleges or this is just how we work, but during the first, it's good to get to class early on the first day of college because first of all, that's when everybody starts claiming seats, and by claiming seats is, let's say if I pick a seat in the front, I expect myself to sit in that seat every single day until the semester is over. And that's how just our minds work. If a person sits there the first time, they're gonna sit there again and again and again, unless they're one of those type of students who like go all over the class sitting in people's seats. But just get to class early on the first day, mainly so you could get a good seat. Also, when you get to class late, you disrupt the professor, and it's annoying when I see some people coming in late. It's like, although I might be very concentrated on what the teacher is saying, I automatically turn my head to see who was the idiot who got to class late. So it's just very disruptive, and most college professors, I'm not saying that your college professor is going to be like this, but most college professors take off points when you're late to class a lot of times. Like, I had one specific professor who, like, if you were late, you were, for my public speaking class. I was taking a public speaking class, and every time somebody had a speech and you were late, you had to stay outside until that person finished their speech in order for you to go inside. Because again, it was very disruptive, and he also took off points if you were late every single time you went to class. But just get to class on time. You don't miss out on stuff that the professor said in the beginning of the class. I remember once I got to class, I was actually on time, but the professor had already started talking. My psychology professor always started class before actually 10:10. She would start class if everyone was there or most of the class was there. She would just start at 10:05, and it's like, come on, I have 5 more minutes to get to class. I missed a whole bunch of stuff that she said, but thankfully I'm the responsible student that I am. I always, before you take a class, go to rate my professors. That way you get to see if the professor's hard, if he's a bad professor, and just to see his ratings and if he's a good teacher at all. It's just very useful so you won't get stuck with a bad professor. But although I may say not all of your professors are going to be in rate my professor, because that's what happened to me this semester. Like, only two of my professors were on rate my professors. Three, no, two of my professors, and I'll have to fend for myself with the other ones. But luckily, I have classmates who had the professor or know of the professor, and just makes it much easier. Also, ask around. Get involved on campus. Get involved. And I mean, it's good with battling stress, and you'll miss home. You'll miss home less. And I say this because my first semester of college, I mean, I was involved, but not involved like strictly involved. I just went to classes, went to tutoring, and went back to my room. And that's how I was involved. And I mean, when you're involved and you're in like clubs and stuff, it just takes your mind off of home, and you miss homeless. And I did that my spring semester, and it just helped me so much. So just get involved, get yourself out there. Don't stay stuck in your room all day where you're going to be fending for yourself and where you're going to be thinking about, oh my god, my mom, I want to go home, I miss home. there's no time for that in college. Just get involved. Make sure you're involved, and you'll miss home less. Get along with your roommates, and by get along with your roommates, I mean have a communication. You need to have good communication with your roommates, and I mean you need to have good communication, because if you don't have communication, you're gonna fight, you're going to argue, you're going things that bother you, you're not gonna say until you explode. So having good communication is just best when having a roommate. Just telling her how you feel about things, how you don't like this, how you don't like that she's doing. It's just better for everyone. And I mean, I my first semester with my roommate, I mean she was a great roommate. We just didn't have that much of a communication. And following spring semester, our like relationship just like slowly disintegrated. And I mean I was sad about it, but there was nothing I could do about it. If you don't want to talk to me, you don't want to have a conversation with me, you don't want to fix our problems, then I can't do anything about it. So I just gave up, and we never talked after that. But also, try not to spend a lot of time with your roommate. And I mean, by just try to do your own things, because I mean you're living with the person and you're together 24/7, and sometimes you just get annoyed with the person. If everywhere you go the person is there, so I mean give each other enough space. You're gonna see each other when you get to the room. Of course you can go out, of course you can chill, of course you can do this, of course you can do that, but I think having giving each other some space and not being together all the time is just the best thing, because you get tired of people. And yeah, you get tired. So just give each other space. You don't have to be together all the time. You'll see together. Talk to your professor. Have Don't be afraid to like actually talk to your professor and just like have conversations with them, because actually it could work in your benefit if you talk to your professor. If you're having problems, and if your professor sees that you're trying so hard in the class, he might up your grade. I mean, my professors tell me all the time, if you need help and if I see that you're really trying to put your all into the class, it could only help you. And not coming to me and not telling me how this and that is going to hurt you. So talk to your professors. That's what they're there for. They're there to help you, teach you, and get you out of the class and drive you crazy. Textbooks. Textbooks. I don't have a problem with any of my textbooks, because basically my textbooks are paid for my. I mean, I don't pay my textbooks; they're paid for me. So I mean, I don't really know the situation with this, but I think everyone should just rent textbook. Renting textbook is just much more convenient. It's much more convenient, and you're saving so much more money. Avoid the campus store, you guys. Avoid the campus store, because their prices are always like, for example, if a book is $300 on Amazon, new, brand new, the school might be selling the same book for $500. So maybe you should just, the prices are just ridiculous in the school store. So I might as well just rent your textbooks, and there's always ways that you can get your books for free. There's vouchers. I get vouchers, and those help me immensely. I mean, you just need to look for your resources, talk around, go to your financial aid office, and just use all your resources on campus, because I'm sure if you complain to somebody about this and you tell them your situation and how you cannot pay $1,000 a semester for all the books that you need, maybe they can help you. So just look at your resources, rent your textbooks, avoid the school store. Do not buy your textbooks there, and you'll be great. Don't miss class. And what I mean, do not miss class when you're in college, because in some classes, depending on how you meet, most of you guys are going to meet with your class 2 times a week or maybe 3 times a week. And if you miss one day of class, you're missing like literally, school is 5 days. You're missing so much work. Do not miss class. It's like you miss a lot when you don't go to class. And it's just, you miss work, you miss important things that the professor might tell you, you miss work that the professor might have explained precisely, and then you go home and you're like, oh my god, I have an essay, I don't even know what to do. Just go to class. You don't miss class unless it's absolutely necessary, like unless you have an appointment with the doctor or you're very sick. Also, if you have an appointment with the doctor, can you make it after school? It's just, don't ever miss class when you're in college. It's not great. Avoid the freshman 15, or in this new case, the freshman 25. Just avoid it, please. Just stay active, get involved, stay active, go to the gym, eat healthy. There's a lot of healthy options in your college dining hall. Just avoid the college freshman 15. I gained 10 pounds, maybe 8 pounds, 8 to 10 pounds my freshman year. I've lost most of it. I need like 3 more pounds, so I'll lose it when I get back to school. But just stay healthy. Stay healthy. Avoid the freshman 15. Avoid it. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you like my tips. If you have any more questions, just comment in the down. Just comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Bye.